To properly install QA EPDM, please follow these important steps. Let's start with proper storage. Precautions like elevating the rolls out of the waterline and covering with a light-colored tarp must be taken to protect QA rolls from moisture exposure prior to installation. The self-adhesive must be kept dry to achieve an adequate bond. Next, ensure you have the proper ambient temperature for installing QA membranes. Installation below these temperature limits can create aesthetic issues once the membrane is exposed to hot summer weather. Insulation or cover boards can be adhered in place or mechanically fastened using Secure Fast or AccuTrack insulation plates. These plates are required since they are relatively free of finishing oils that could interfere with the proper bond. Prior to membrane placement, the substrate must be broomed or blown to remove dust or debris that will interfere with a proper bond. Set the sheets in place for the proper 3-inch side lap and 1-inch end lap when using quick applied overlayment strip, or butt the end lap when quick applied cured cover strip is used. A critical step is to allow QA membrane to relax and expand for at least 30 minutes. Sun exposure is very helpful to warm the sheet and adhesive to the desired temperature. After the sheets have relaxed and achieved the desired temperature, it's time to remove the release liner and bond the sheet in place. Utilizing the filler strips is an easy way to pull the membrane off the packaging core. There are two methods for installing QA EPDM. The most labor-efficient method is referred to as the slide-out method. Start by folding the membrane back on one end of the sheet and remove approximately 5 feet of release liner. Adhere this end of the sheet down to the substrate while positioning the loose release film to slide out from under the main body of the sheet. From that point, it is more productive to remove both release liners simultaneously by pulling and sliding out the release liners at a low 45-degree angle. It helps to keep the release liner as close to the substrate as possible to avoid distorting the sheet or tearing the liner, and for both liners to be removed in sync. A third person then pushes a broom lengthwise down the middle of the sheet, tacking the membrane in place. The second installation method is referred to as the barn door method. This method is ideal when working around penetrations or the perimeter of the roof. Once the sheet is properly relaxed, simply fold 5 foot of the sheet back widthwise and remove the release liner. Installers can then pull the membrane into place from the insulation side. After installing a sheet via the slide-out method or barn door method, properly broom the sheet in the width direction, pushing air out towards the side prior to making the splice. Once brooming is completed, the membrane must be rolled with a segmented weighted roller that is at least 50 pounds per lineal foot. In a controlled time study on an open roof area with the same crew, the labor to install a 10 by 100 sheet was reduced from 2.9 man-hours for a traditional adhered system to 0.7 man-hours for the QA barn door method. The slide-out method was even faster, taking only 0.5 man-hours to complete the bonding process. It is important to note that anytime QA EPDM is used for wall flashings, that the walls be primed with a coat of bonding adhesive or Cav Grip 3V to provide an extra level of security and performance. Contact your local VersiGard representative for more information on how you can take advantage of the winning combination of quick applied self-adhesive and quick applied tape.